Hello, 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 my darlings. Thank you for joining me on A Slice of Life. A Slice of Life. Are these not outrageous? These are the most outrageous I think I ever had, but I love them. Oh, my. Well, if you're watching me, then you're all about super aging, getting older without getting old. And on yesterday, on which was Thursday, we're on Friday in Atlanta, Georgia. I had a good conversation, I thought, about what we need to do about our own purpose in life. And I talk a lot about what Myron Golden says and what Miles Monroe, the late Miles Monroe, Dr. Miles Monroe. I mean, the last thing we talked about was procrastination can become a full-time occupation. And the reason why we talked about procrastination, because many of us procrastinated for so long, so many years, that you look up, you're a certain number of years old. And you're thinking like, wow, where did the time go? I was going to do this, I was going to do this. And I'm saying to you that you can't say, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. That gerund, Going, needs to come out of your, you need to say, I am doing. I am doing. That's the gerund. I'm doing it. I'm doing it now. I'm making some efforts now. I am in the present. I am that I am. I am doing this. Because if you talk about what you're going to do, you may not ever get around to it. I have been blessed. I have been terribly, I'm not terribly, but seriously blessed to be here 81 years and to be able to get my work done that I have dreamed about, that God let me live. He had many times he could have just taken me out in any one of the times, but it wasn't on the list, and I'm glad because I was able to do my one-woman show at age 77, to graduate with my doctorate degree from Clark Atlanta University and at age 66, to to upload on Amazon.music my first album at age 80. Yes. And so I'm saying to you youngins that are 62 and 52, what have you done? What are you doing? I have done a lot. If you, I mean, I did the first media escort for, was the number 3 in the United States. I was the only black, Miss Edna Farley. I worked for her, and our contract came through up out of New York, Warner Books. And so anybody is everybody who wrote a book between 1976, I think, and 2001 that came by me. I've met so many notable people. It's just incredible. When I look back over it, I didn't brag about it. It was a job for me. It was a way to see about my daughter. It was a way to expose her to a different kind of lifestyle, you see. And so you young people, oh, you might want to know what media escort. Well, I don't know what they do now, but there was a woman that, I don't want to say she fooled me, but I thought she really was interested in what I was doing because of what I was doing. I didn't know she was interested in what I was doing, to take my job and to call the white lady, I'm going to put it like that, and tell her she should get the business instead of me. People are so mean and so cruel. Anyway, I met with her and I think I bought lunch. Anyway, it doesn't matter because the woman that I work for, Miss Edna Farley, I found out she passed away, but after I got breast cancer, I just stopped doing everything. It was a good life. But a media escort meets people at the airport. Warner Books at the time, they arranged whatever extra transportation. Normally you use your car. You have so much gas they give you. They pay you by the hour. And so it was a good little something to do. It was just something that I did. And I didn't think anything about it because I was younger, and I was just trying to make things happen for my daughter and I. And I don't know if they still do that, and they go to the media outlets. I don't know what the media outlets are, if people still go to the TV stations and do book interviews. I don't see a whole lot of that. Plus, you can do it all on Zoom, and people don't have to leave home anymore. So I'm not sure if that's a viable. But I could talk about Vanna White and and I just got a list. I think I did a whole show. On one of my earlier shows, I brought out the list of all the people, that I used to do things with. And then my daughter reminded me I need to find Isaac Hayes' children because they went to school with Alvin, but mostly Isaac and I worked on a committee for Maynard. People didn't know that either. I don't know. Just think about all the things I've done. Anyway, it's taking up too much time. Let's go to what Myron Monroe says. He says procrastination can become a full-time occupation. And I put a note here to start this on Friday because I want to continue with the last of what he said in this particular video. Now, I think I gave you the name of the video. Let me look back on here and see if do I have it right in front. No, I don't have it right here in the front part. But it's a Myles Munroe video. Now, I know it's talking about focus and your vision. Focus and your vision. It's the name of it is Focus. It's about focusing and your vision by Myles Munroe. And so he wants you to focus on your life and look at where you're going and what's the vision for your life? What vision have you set up for yourself? One of the things he says that I like, that I didn't do this. I'm guilty of so many things. I'm so glad that I'm finding these things out so you don't have to be guilty of these things. I want you to have what? What do I talk about the most? What do I like to talk about? We've gone through this book. I don't know them. They don't know me. I don't get any money from them. They don't know me. But I like the title, A Well-Lived Life. A Well-Lived Life. And that's what I want for you. A well-lived life from 62 to 52 to 42. I heard of some youngins paying attention. So I want you to have a good life. So it says, what to do with critics. When people criticize you, I would just take it all in, and maybe adjust some things about how I was doing. I really thought they had my interest at heart. People do not have your interest at heart. You know why they criticize you? Because they can't do it themselves. They hate that you came up with the idea yourself. You may look better than them. You may sound better than them. You may more kind. You may be kinder than they are. It's a jealousy thing underneath it. That's and also sometimes they don't want to see you succeed. And if they know they got you believe in them and you trust them, then they'll come together with a lie and you'll listen to them and you'll change your ways. And guess what? They'll take your idea later. I've seen my idea so many places. Incredible. I said I wanted to go somewhere once, and because this woman had the means and she had the position and she was all that, she went on and took the trip and didn't say, you want to come with me? You work for the airline. You worked for the airline. Do you want to come with me? Or you worked for the airline at the time? But she didn't say anything. I could have gone. She didn't say one word. She took the trip, talked about it, came back, bragged about it. I was like, but you weren't even thinking about going there. I'm just saying how people would do. You know what Dr. Monroe says? He says, what to do with critics is just ignore them. When people start criticizing you, now, my daughter did say that sometimes you have to have your own board of directors to say, Georgianne, your necklace is not centered right. You need to pull your blouse around a little more. That's one thing. My daughter bought me this blouse. She spent a lot of money for it. And I've been trying to, I don't know what happened. So now I got to wear it as a jacket. And then, because that's a board of directors maybe, just helping you spruce up. But otherwise, there are people who, listen, ignore these people. And what did he say about it? Folks who ain't doing nothing, they have time to criticize. The people who criticize the most are the people who aren't doing anything. Because what else do they have? They got time to sit around and figure out what you're not doing or what you are doing or hating on you because you're smart enough. I let people alone. It took me too long. I think back now how much farther I would have been if I hadn't listened to so many people. If I had listened to, I might never had breast cancer. If I had gone on and sang and started singing and ignored people. Well, you're a school teacher. You need to teach school, blah, blah, blah. This all kind of stupid stuff. I'm telling you, you need to listen to the voice that speaks to you. What did I tell you about that drummer? That drumming. Okay? That's the drum, Omaluka at Spelman. You know, she does all this great drumming. But you listen to your own drummer. What is your drumming saying? Your drumming don't sound like everybody else's, just like your fingerprints. People take a hint. If the fingerprints are not the same, then why are you trying to be like them? Oh, why are you listening to them? Are your fingerprints just like them? Are your fingerprints just like theirs? Or are your fingerprints just you? I'm just saying, these fingerprints are just Georgians. So listen to these people. They will, and the people will take your ideas and swear it is theirs. I was doing something with somebody, next thing I knew, I wasn't doing it at all. I wasn't even included. They made all kind of changes. Never came by me. Well, you weren't the original. Wait. You came to town and you called me. And I gave you everybody you needed. And then all of a sudden, I'm stupid. I tell you, I'm telling you, people, leave people alone. Get in your lane and stay in it. Stay in your lane and do what God told you to do. You try to help people. You say, oh, let me help you. Let me help you. Let me help you. And all they want is your information, your energy, your cell phone numbers, your contacts. They don't want you. They don't care anything about you. And they will show you. People will, once you figure out, they show you one time, they'll show you again. And I knew one time before, but I just thought this time was a different time. People will show you who they are. Believe it. When people show you who they are, all they want is your contact. All they want is your this. All they want is your that. They don't want you. They don't care nothing about you. People really don't care anything about you. As soon as you figure that out, you will go on with your life and do what you're supposed to do. Some of you all out there are sitting on $1 million idea. Some of you all, you know, God has told you to do something. You haven't done it yet. And my people out the country, I don't know what to say about you. You need a Tylenol. I don't know. You got so much talent. You have so much talent. And what are you doing with it? Why were you waiting for somebody to come and pat you across and say, oh, nobody's going to pat you. This right here. If you're waiting for these pat on the backs, you will be stupid just like me, because I've been stupid like that. I have. I'm going to say it. I have been stupid like that. I have really thought people really like you, and they really are happy for you. Happy when you get an award. Happy when you... Ain't nobody happy for you. I was so excited about Netflix. I thought that was just the epitome to be on Netflix, on a series, High on the Hog, season 2, episode 3. I was just over the top with that. I was like, oh my God, we did it. This is season 1. I watched it. I was so excited about it. Who was excited with me? Me, my daughter, and my very, I can't even say everybody in my family. I got people in my family has yet to say Khan, a grad, a Jew, a lay, a shuns. And so I learned, do you. Don't wait for anybody, because God gave me that. Do you think, and Clarissa Myrick Harris, Dr. Clarissa Myrick Harris, the Lord gave her something else to do. She said, well, let me get somebody to do in my place. She got Dr. Karshik Sims, Dr. Georgianne Thomas, Marilyn Price Hort, Charles Black. She said, y'all do this, because I got to go to Paris. I got to go to Egypt. I'm on an assignment. You all do this. I tell you, I couldn't. Do you think I was sitting thinking I would ever be on High on the Hog? And I called people. I was so happy. What did I get back? Okay, he says, you need to be so busy, you ain't got time to criticize nobody. He said, hey, I'm reading. You need to be so busy, you ain't got time to criticize nobody. You ain't got time to listen to nobody criticizing. That's how busy you need to be. I'm exhausted when at the end of the day, you say, well, what have you done? I've done this. It takes a lot to get this done. I'm my own writer, my own producer, my own technical person, my own makeup person, my own clothing person, my own all that. But I'm not complaining. Not at all. I just don't get up out of bed looking like this. There is one guaranteed formula for failure. This is where I was. This is where I was. Listen to me. Reno, listen to me. For the people in the back. There is one, listen to me, guaranteed formula for failure. You want to know how to fail? You want to know how to fail? All you out there who want to fail, this is what you do. You try to please everybody. I got the script, the transcript. Try to please everybody. And you on your way to failure. On your way. If you don't want to do anything with your life, try to keep everybody on your side. Ooh, I had to get off my toes. I was that person. I was that person. Don't be stupid like me. Don't do that. I had to come out of that. Oh my God, I wanted to. And I had people that I loved dearly. I mean, loved dearly. I had some people that I loved dearly. I don't know anything I wouldn't have done for them and him and her. And I found out they didn't give a flip about me in the end. If you don't want to do anything with your life, try to keep everybody on your side. You try to keep everybody on your side. Forget that. Forget it. What did God tell you need to be doing? And what are you doing? Are you doing anything the Lord told you to do? What is that dream that's just drilling in your brain, in your side, in your heart, in your mind? What is that dream? And then he says, here's what I like. Oh, I'm talking too long tonight. I'm already 16 minutes. We were created to be known for something. God. We were created to be known for something. And this is the punchline. I want to be close with this important principle. You were created to be known for something. He says, write that down. You know how Dr. Monroe would say, write that down. You were created to be known for something. We're all kings. We're all queens. We're all smart. But you have faded off in the shadows somewhere. Faded under a rock somewhere. Why? Because you're trying to please everybody except God Almighty. He told you what to do. You're trying to do something else. Every great accomplishment in history was paid for by someone's life. You ever heard of somebody say they spent their whole life doing something? Their entire life doing one thing. And you wonder why they did that? Because that's what they were supposed to do. Don't you understand? Don't you understand? But you know them from doing that. Great accomplishment in history was paid for by someone's life. Let me say it again. Reno, for the people in the back. Every great accomplishment in history was paid for by someone's life. Have you ever heard the term life's work? I'm reading the transcript because you're not printing off parts of it. You were born to do what the world can't ignore. Oh my goodness. Do you know how deep that is? Do you know how substantial a statement that is? You were born to do what the world can't ignore. I have music out here. I got as many people praying against me as I have people praying for me. But it's God Almighty in the end. You can pray all you want. You can light candles, all that stuff. You can, all that. He got the last word. I'm a king. I'm a queen. This is the Bible is all about the kingdom of God. It says King of kings and Lord of lords. He doesn't say King of people and Lord of ordinary people. Does it say that? He's King of kings. Ooh, that would be me and you. Lord of lords. That would be me and you. We'll dress it up with the female part, but we all were sent from heaven to colonize earth, right? Okay, y'all get with it. Make room for you in the world. Okay, so you were born to do what the world can't ignore. Uh, oh, he says you hate going to work. Oh, I used to hate going to work, but I knew I had to go. I had a kid. You know, I had when it came to Abilene, no, no, no. When asking, when begging, none of that. I knew I had to go to work. But as soon as she got up and got out, I retired, took early retirement. I left Delta Airlines at age 52 with no job waiting for me. But I was 52 and I had a master's degree. I was like, somebody can go teach, do something, you see. And I had benefits. And those benefits came in handy. It was a smart move because I had breast cancer first. And then I had 2 bouts of colon cancer later. That's why I don't have any teeth. Of course, you know, I can sew this on. I don't take it. I took it off one time. You know, there's some little hair showing, but fine with me. I'm good. So here's the last thing. This is what I like. Oh my God, you all don't know how this piece right here, this did it for me. Because I used to think it was a curse. Dr. Myles Munroe has many gifts. He said, I'm a painter, I'm a musician, I'm a teacher, I'm a writer, I'm a speaker, I'm a preacher. I can write music, I can produce it, I could play it, I could paint pictures. And he said, all of that, I can do all of that. But I found out something: if you try to do everything, you'll end up doing nothing. And I thought about, I can do all that. The only thing I'm not on there is a preacher. And I guess maybe some people will say what I'm doing now. When I get on you all, I'm preaching in. But you can have all those things. But if you got to get on one. And my skills are in communication first. So I have the greeting cards, I have the book, and I have this show. All in communication. And I stay in this vein. I sing. That's all communication. All in communication. But the point is, what he's saying is, you were born to do what the world can't ignore. There's so many wonderful, good, and great gifts many of you have that you just ignore. You know you have them, but you won't do anything with them. I like my friend Lawrence Walden down in Jacksonville, Florida. He can do a lot of things also. And he got on one thing. He got on his taking pure silver for knives and forks and flatware. Flatware and plates, anything that was made of silver, and making African masks out of them. Absolutely beautiful. Look up Lawrence Walden. He's on my museum site. If you go to www.museumatlanta.com, which is my museum, then you will see Lawrence Walden's work. You see, he just got on him one thing. He did a lot, but he got on this. He's a painter, a sculptor. He does a lot. But he said, I'm just going to get on this. And so my daughter and I, as you know, have written a book. She wrote her book, Lord Have Mercy, a book of prayers. And if you get married a second time, Guide to the Second Time Bride, please pick up these 2 books. Amazon.com. Yeah, I think they're all on Amazon.com. We got several places, and we have our own websites. You get a chance to do that. And so I do like what Dr. Myles is saying about what we should do. We need to focus on who we are, focus on whose we are, focus on, you came to this earth. You came to this earth. You asked to come. You're on assignment. What is your assignment? What are you doing about your assignment? You see, do you. Don't listen to these people who don't care anything about you. They don't care anything about you. Care about yourself. All right? I like these glasses. I don't know what all this does. But woo, this is some fancy stuff right here. We're going to get these glasses up on Patreon. I don't have my Patreon worked out yet. But I'm going to get it worked out because I need to sell this right here. Isn't this beautiful? All right, I love you. The good thing about it is I love you. It's Friday. You know, Georgianne doesn't work on the weekend. Not unless something special comes up. But mostly I do Gravitropic. I'll be in a Gravity Tropic weekend for real this weekend. I have a lot of work and studying and reading to do because, wait, let me take them down one more time. Because Spelman College reunion, oh my goodness. I didn't have a minute, but I enjoyed every bit of it. And let me say on a sad note, you all might not like this kind of note I'm putting on. But my brother-in-law died, Duval Sanders. And it was three boys. I married the youngest one. Alvin Sanders was the youngest. His brother, Jasper Jr., called him Bud, was the second one. And the oldest one was Duval Sanders. He lived in Cali. And now all three boys are gone. And the original wives, Walker, he married a Walker out of Alice Walker's aunt. Duval did. That was his first wife. And then his wife now is Pat. So our condolences go out to Pat. She was with him a long time. She took care of him. So I'm the last of the original wives. Edith Green from Atlanta married Bud Jasper Jr. And then Georgianne Thomas, and then Alvin married, and he has a widow wife now. He has a wife she's his widow. But I was just thinking about how we all were young at one time, how we all got together, how we all were in love with Mrs. Sanders, their mother. And so we all got these children with the Sanders name. And so life just goes on, Life just goes on. You can stop and cry about it, or you can do what I'm trying to get you to understand. There's one thing about it. See, this is what you all seem to have forgotten. Every living person on the earth that's causing you whatever problems or maybe making life difficult for you, that person has to die also. We all have an expiration date. We all have an expiration date. So why are you concerned? They're not going to do anything more than you. They might do it before you. They might do it after you. But baby, it's one thing for sure. They got to go just like me, just like you, everyone in my listening voice, and anybody who can see me. If you can remember that you're going to die, then you might try to figure out how to live peacefully, how to have a good life. Because you got to get up out of here and you got to report somewhere. And so you may as well try as you may to have a good life and a good time while you're here. Be kind to people. Super age. Getting older without getting old. I love you. I'm going to put these glasses back on again. Woo! Anyway, I love you and you can't do anything about it.